Adding windows is exactly the same as adding doors. While you can add windows from directly within the 3D view, I again recommend doing this from one of the floor plan views. So in the first floor plan view, I'll click the window icon on the Home tab of the ribbon. The default window family in this template is fixed, and the type is 36 inches by 48 inches. There are lots of other types available, but only one family from the dropdown. So let's begin by loading a new window family, and I'll click the Edit Type button. And press Load. Next, I'll browse for a window type. I'm going to use the double hung type and click OK. So with the double hung family loaded, I'll choose the 36-inch by 48-inch type from the type selection dropdown, and you can see the parameters for the type below, such as height, inset, pane material, and so on. I'll leave the defaults. Next, let's take a look at the properties for the window in the Properties box. So there are two main properties I like to point out: the sill height and the head height, which control how high the window will sit on the wall. So I'll leave them at the defaults for now, but like everything else in Revit, we can come back and adjust them later on if we decide we want to. Next, I'll simply click anywhere along a wall to place the windows in the floor plan. Again, we can use the temporary dimensions to place the windows an exact distance from the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and place a couple windows on this kitchen wall here. Now, if you place your window inside out or on the wrong edge of the wall, you can use the flip arrows to flip it to the other side. Very easy. And when you're done, just press Escape to exit the tool. All right. Let's go ahead and load up another family. Notice both the fixed and double hung families along with their associated types are available. So once you load a family into a project and save it, you don't need to load it up again. I'm going to browse for the slider with trim family and load it up. And I'll choose the 36 by 48 inch for the type. Now I can add a couple more windows to finish the kitchen. Again, use the dimensions to help you locate the windows. One thing to keep in mind though, if you try to place a window but there's another wall that joins at the same spot, you'll get an error and Revit won't let you place the window there. Okay, to add the second floor windows, I'm going to switch over to the second floor plan, and we'll begin by loading another family. I'll launch the window tool, and I'll select Edit Type, Load, and browse for the casement 3x3 with trim family. For the type, I'll select a type from the drop-down. I'll add the windows to the smaller second floor bedrooms. Again, you can use the flip arrows if you need to flip the window to the other side of the wall, and you can also use the temporary dimensions to position the windows exactly where you want them. I'll add several of these windows to both the bedrooms on the second floor and one in the second floor bathroom. And once everything's added, I'll press Escape to exit the tool. Next, let's create a custom window to add to the back second floor bedroom. I'll load up one of the fixed types. Before I make any changes, I'm going to press Duplicate. This way I can make changes without accidentally affecting the default types, right? You always want to duplicate the type before doing any customization. And I'll give the duplicated window a name. Keeping with the convention, I'll name this type Fixed 72 by 84 and press OK. Now I can make changes to the type parameters. I'll set the width to 6 feet and the height to 7 feet and leave the rest of the parameters alone. When I press OK, the custom window is created. Now, we didn't create any custom door types, but the process would have been the same. Finally, I'll click to add the window. So to finish up, I'll add some windows to the garage. And I'll do this from the first floor plan view. I'll launch the window tool. And load the transform with trim window type. Now, before I click and add any windows, I'm going to raise the sill height to 6 feet. Now I can click to add a window to the garage wall. However, when I do, notice what happens. The window is added. I can see the flip arrows in the tag, but I can't see the window. Now, remember earlier when we adjusted the view range for the foundation plan? Well, these windows are outside of the view range of this plan. They're too high up, so the plan doesn't recognize them. So, to fix this, I'll create something called a plan region. I'll go to the View tab of the ribbon and click Plan Region from the Plan Views dropdown. And to create the region, I'll sketch a simple rectangle around the garage wall. Now I can adjust the view range for the region, and I need to make sure that the cut plane is above the height of the sill, so I set it to 6 feet 6 inches. With the view range set, I'll click the green check to complete the plan region, and you can see the window now in view. I can adjust the region by selecting it and clicking and dragging its border, and I can also make changes to the view range again here. I want to add 3 windows to each side of the garage. Let me show you a way you can guarantee your windows will be evenly spaced. You can do this by creating an array. So to create an array, first select the window you'd like to use as the seed. Next, click the array icon on the ribbon. Click once to specify a base point to move from. I'm going to use this point here. Now drag the mouse in any direction. I'll move along the wall and click again to space the window. Finally, specify the number of instances. And if you specify the wrong number of instances or get the spacing wrong, you can select either the array to switch the instances or the window itself to adjust its positioning using the dimensions. You may need to press the Tab key to toggle between the selections. The window itself highlights if you're selecting the window, while a box around the window highlights if you're selecting the entire array. All right? Before I can add windows to the other side of the garage, I'll need another plan region. And let me show you a quick way to get this done. Holding the Control key on the keyboard, I'll click and drag the plan region to copy it to the other side. Now I can launch the Window tool and add another window. And you can use the Control drag method to copy the windows as well. I'm going to use that technique to create the other 2 windows. Finally, I want to mention you can use any of the Modify tools with the windows. I'll use the Align tool to align the window so that it's even with the windows on the other side. Select the target first, and then select what you want to align to it. I can lock the alignment as well. I'll align the last 2 windows. And that's all the windows we'll need to add. So let's switch to the 3D view and see how everything looks. And wow, our building model is really starting to come together. And you can make any adjustments you'd like to the windows from directly within this 3D view, or better, from within the plan views.